Lieberman. He is the technical advisor of the Fast and the Furious.
We have the coolest job in the world. We get to build cars on other people's money. We've got this hot new Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. It's got the most powerful inline 4-cylinder engine in North America. It's fast, and we're gonna make it even faster. We do turbocharger, nitrous, custom paint, full audio video system, completely check it out from front to back. We're gonna paint it candy red. We're doing a base coat of solar gold metallic. We actually have to start with a different color because it's a candy. Candy basically means it's opaque. You can see through it. So you put down one color and then you put down a pearlescent candy coat over that, and this base coat will actually show through. Comes pretty zoomy from the factory. It's got about 271 horsepower, but we want to do it a little better. Take a look at some of the components we use. The turbocharger. This will allow us to basically double the horsepower of the car, make almost 500 horsepower if we do everything right. We got the shock absorbers, the racing suspension, high power exhaust system. Actually shoots flames out of the back of the car. We're moving on to the interior. We had that good factory Recaro interior, which, you know, we really don't want to mess with that too much. Well, this is pretty much the final layout of how we're going to do the car. So the speakers are going to go one here, one on the other side. The 2 amps, the Fast and Furious Nitro system.
Where's the TV go?
That's going to go up here.
Exactly is the graphics? Is it painted? Is it a sticker? Or...
Sticker, all vinyl. The great thing is you can change your style of your car and the look of your car in just a couple of hours with vinyl. We got to make sure that everything works right. We put that crazy turbo kit in the car. We'll measure the horsepower and we'll tune the thing up. Make sure the boost comes on right at the right time. $50,000 later, we are all done. But you know, we did a lot. We did the paint, we did audio video, we did interior, nitrous, graphics, tires and wheels, we did turbo kit. We even dyno tested to make sure it was just right so we can go out and go for a cruise on the street. The Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider is another good example of a car that's really done well in the US in popularity. You see a ton of them driving around. They're very popular with hobbyists and enthusiasts. There's a plethora of aftermarket performance parts and styling parts for the car. So it's really easy to take one and go through a catalog and find mountains and mountains of really cool parts to stylize the car and make it very unique. This car is more about style than it is about speed, and that's pretty much reflective of how it is on the street. It's a quick car in its own right, but people really buy these cars because of their body styling. So Tyrese Gibson is a very stylistic character on screen, and I think that really, this car certainly will fit his particular character.
Don't even think about taking a convertible. I love my car from head to toe. I think whatever reaction my car in particular get, it'll be a great appreciation for it because I designed it from scratch along with this guy named Keith. The car was purple and it had black webs on the side of it, like spider webs. It was terrible. It had stainless steel 17-inch rims on it, terrible. And the whole interior was all suede, but it was yellow, bright yellow, terrible. So I freaked out and told them if I'm gonna make a debut in a film like this, and I don't get too aggressive about a lot of things, you know what I mean, because I'm grateful and I don't want to really be a spaz. But on this car, I wasn't having it.
The Spider's a really cool car to play with because they make so many things for the car. So you can pretty much pick up a catalog, and as long as you got room on your credit card, you can keep going. Every single body component can be changed. So we added things like the over fender flare kit from a company called Shine Street. They specialize in the hard-to-find stuff. We got the interior torn out of this car. It's all being down fabricated at a company called Stitchcraft, which did a lot of stuff for part one. So we use elements from Sparco, the seat company, they're a company based in Italy, and Stitchcraft, and they'll go through and change the color of the interior of the car. The entire interior will be completely done with a top down and 5 TV screens in this thing, big chrome wheels, airbag suspension, Racing seats and harnesses.
I changed my whole car around. It's suede, gray interior now. The rims are 20s and they're chrome Laurenhart BR5s. The whole car got painted over, got nice little crystals and sparkles in it. The paint job is nice and swirly going around. It's ridiculous. Well, I love my car.
We have an Evolution 7 that we're using, which is made by Mitsubishi, and that's not going to even be available in North America until February, so we got one some while early, which is cool.
When I was first contracted to provide consultation services, I was asked to provide a wish list of the coolest cars anywhere on the planet, and I was told that pretty much price was no object. So if we could get them, what cars would we get? And of course, some of the top cars on the list were the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7, the new Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider, and the Mitsubishi Lancer OZ Rally Edition. It was kind of a dream list. I didn't expect to actually get what we asked for, but getting the Lancer Evo 7s was, I think, one of the turning points in the preparation of the movie. Now, Japanese manufacturers for a long time have been accused of watering down their offerings for the American marketplace. Well, Subaru came in with the WRX, had some success. Mitsubishi, I think, was very savvy in saying, hey, let's bring a car even better than that to the US, and that's the Evo 7. You get in that car, and it's a supercar with 4 doors. It's single turbo, 280 horsepower, all-wheel drive, Brembo brakes, big wheels from the manufacturer, sticky tires, Recaro race interior. You get in that car, and it's awe-inspiring, to say the least. You take a look at Paul Walker, who plays Brian in the film, and Brian's more about speed and horsepower and functionality. So his car, the Mitsubishi Evo 7, was deemed to be very appropriate for his character. It's high horsepower, it's fast, it's not going to be adorned with a lot of aftermarket accessories because it really comes from the factory exactly the way you'd want it. For the film, we've decided to really hop up the cars, and we're adding pretty much everything you can add to a car, just like you'd see on the street. We start off with body kits, and we find the world's greatest body kit manufacturers. We move on into tires and wheels. Of course, everybody changes tires and wheels. It's one of the first things they do. We move on to the interior of the car. We do everything from seats and racing seat belts to gauge packages to steering wheels, and then we get into audio video. Again, a big part of the Fast and Furious culture was the stylized accessories. Having one hero car, you create one hero car, you need to have a total of 4 cars. One is called the Buck car, which is a car that's cosmetically identical to the hero car, but will be used on a gimbal or on a soundstage in front of a green screen or a blue screen. So cosmetically, much of the car needs to be identical to the hero car. Then you have 2 other backup vehicles. They're usually stunt vehicles. And the stunt vehicle needs to be used on first unit, which is where the actors work, or on second unit, where the stunt sequences take place. So those cars will get banged up during a day scene or a night scene and have to be fixed and made ready for the next day. And that's a challenge because, again, the body kits on these cars are very elaborate, and a lot of surgery was involved to put them on. The tires and wheels aren't off-the-shelf items. They were specially built for these vehicles. The gauges on these cars are not something you just go down to Pep Boys and pick up. You know, they're pretty specialty items, so you've got to order them from Japan. Having 4 copies of every single thing that you need and having these cars ready 24/7 is going to be a challenge. That's kind of the sad part of my job, is watching what happens to these cars after filming begins. You got the one hero car, which everybody tries to baby and tries to take real good care of because the hardware on it's more elaborate. Everything works on the car, so you're trying to take real good care of those cars. But the 3 replica cars, those things are trash. They might as well be rental cars in Bucks, North Tennessee, because they are tore up. They are jumped, they're skidded, they're flipped, they're banged in the curbs. Body kits are ripped off 4, 5, 6 times. Hoods fly up, tires are burnt off. Special effects things are hooked up to the car. Camera rigs are hooked up to the car.
I mean, I love cars. I love driving fast. I mean, if I'm not surfing, I'm usually racing around. So this job, it's really, I mean, not to sound so cheesy, but it really is a dream come true.